Hello, West House Reads, and today I'm going to be performing a character, and it's from, yes, Roald Dahl's Dirty Beast. So sometimes when we are performing a character we have to stand a different way, but because this is reading a story I'm going to talk in a different voice, a different accent, and that's going to be American. So this is The Ant Eater. Some wealthy folks from USA who live near San Francisco Bay possessed an only child called Roy, a plump and unattractive boy, half-baked, half-witted and half-boiled, but worst of all, most dreadfully spoiled. Whatever Roy desired each day, his father bought him right away. Toy motor cars, electric trains, the latest model aeroplanes, a colour television set, a saxophone, a clarinet, expensive teddy boys that talked and animals that walked and squawked. The house contained sufficient toys to thrill 500,000 boys. As well as this, Roy would choose 2 pairs a week of brand new shoes. And now he stood here shouting, "What on earth is there that I haven't got? How hard to think of something new. The choices are extremely few." Then he added, as he scratched his ear, "Hold it, I've got a good idea. I think the next thing that I must get should be the most peculiar pet, the kind that no one else has got. A giant anteater. Why? Why not?" As soon as his father heard the news, he quickly wrote to all the zoos. "Dear sirs," he said, "my dear keepers, do you have any anteaters?" They answered by return of mail, "Our anteaters are not for sale." Undaunted, Roy's fun parent hurled more messengers around the world. He said, "I'll pay you through the nose if you can get me one of those." At last he found an Indian gent. He lived near Delhi in a tent, who said that he would sacrifice his pet for an enormous price. The price demanded, if you please, was 50,000 gold rupees. The anteater arrived half dead. It looked at Roy and softly said, "Unfinished. Do you think you could just give me a little bit of food? A crust of bread? A bit of meat? I haven't had a thing to eat. In all the time I was at sea, for nobody looked after me." Roy shouted, "No, no, 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 no bread, no meat. Go find some ants, that's what you'll eat." The starving creature crawled away. It searched the garden night and day. It hunted every inch of ground, but not one single ant it found. "Please give me food," the creature said. "Can't find an ant," the boy replied. By chance, upon that very day, Roy's father's sister came to stay, a foul old hag of 83, whose name it seems was Dorothy. She said to Roy, "Come, let us sit out in the sun and talk a bit." Roy said, "I don't believe you've met my new and most unusual pet." He pointed down among the stones where something lay, all skin and bones. "Anteater," he yelled, "don't lie there yawning. This is my aunt. Come say good morning." Now, some people in the USA have trouble with the things they say. However hard they try, they can't pronounce a simple word like and. Instead of and, they call it and. Instead of can't, they call it can't. Roy yelled, "Come here, you so-and-so. My aunt, she'd like to say hello." Slowly, the creature raised its head. "Do you mean that's an ant?" it said. "Of course," cried Roy. "Aunt Dorothy, this ant is over 83. The creature smiled. Its tummy rumbled. It licked his starving lips and mumbled, "A giant ant! By gosh, a winner! At last I'll get a decent dinner. No matter if it's 83, if that's an ant, then that's for me." Then, taking a very careful aim, it pounced upon the startled dame. It grabbed her firmly by the hair and ate her up right there, murmuring as it chewed the feet, "The largest ant I ever ate." Meanwhile, our hero, Roy, had sped in terror to the potting shed and tried to make himself obscure behind a pile of horse manure. But Anteater came sneaking in, and already it was much less thin, and said to Roy, "You little squat, I think I'm gonna have you for dessert."